Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending this session from the cybersecurity course. In this session, we will discuss very important subject that related with the defense in-depth principle. In this session, we will discuss the microservice related design patterns that can increase the security. In this session, we will create a matrix that correlate between the CIA triangle and the related design patterns from the microservice architecture design patterns. As we discussed all these design patterns before, but we will focus today on the security-related design patterns. So let's start by the first dimension. The first dimension is the CIA triangle, which touch the C for confidentiality, I for integrity, and A for the availability. The other vertical, we will focus on the microservice related design patterns, and we pick the correlated, the most related design patterns that touch the security. So the second dimension consists of 8 design patterns. Number 1, the federated identity. Number 2, the valid key. 3, the API gateway. 4, the circuit breaker. 5, the bulkhead. And 6, the CQRS, and 7, the cache aside, and the final one is the throttling, which can be implemented using the rate limiting. So let's go straight forward with each one, the meaning of each one and how it impacts the CIA triangle. So number 1, the federated identity. We have in the federated identity one unified identity management solution, and this identity management solution manage all the identity of the personas that deal with the system, mainly the core customers of the solution. And actually, since you have unified identity management for the solution, since that you are increasing the confidentiality and the integrity of the solution. Why? Because the federated identity management, like single sign-on, it generate for you JWT token, and this token carry out the responsibility for real identity management from encryption perspective, from the session lifetime, from the role-based architecture model that can be applied on the token. So during this token, with all these features, you are increasing the confidentiality and prevent man in the middle to update this the data by the approaches that and the features of the provided token. So since you are you have JWT token, and this one is encrypted, you are increasing the integrity by the encryption. It's a short lifetime session. This is another strength point within the token, and it's role based. So no one can attack your session and update the incoming request by the man in the middle. So by implementing the federated identity, you are increasing the confidentiality and the integrity of the solution. And number 2, the valid key. Since you are applying the federated identity, also you can use valid key for each API that consumed by the front end, and each one has valid token in order to be validated from the back end. And upon that, you are increasing also the confidentiality and the integrity, which can be considered as part of the federated identity. But since the federated identity is talking about the unification of the identity management, the valid key is talking about the incoming requests and how you will utilize the generated token by the federated identity management. The third design pattern is the API gateway. Since you are reducing the touch surface of the APIs, you can apply the cross-cutting aspects related to the security, which can be increase the confidentiality and also the availability of the solution, because you catch all the incoming requests using this API gateway. And also you are reducing the touch surface of the solution from hacking. So you can limit and apply the cross-cutting aspects in order to increase the availability, the cross-cutting aspects related to the security. And also we can name this part of the API. There is a segregation between the API gateway and the gateway offloading. We can remove all the cross-cutting aspects related to specific area of the solution and add it to the gateway itself. It's called the gateway offloading. And the fourth one is the circuit breaker. Circuit breaker means you are cutting the connection between two entities, and the first entity is trying to call the second entity, while it you can notice there is failure of the response from the second entity. Since that you are trying many times, but at specific and well-defined amount of trials, you should cut the trials and break the trials, and that can increase the availability of the solution. Assuming that the hacker attack your solution and by enormous number of requests, and this enormous number of requests, unlimited number of requests, cause failure in some areas. By applying the circuit breaker, since you are trying to consume this area that has been attacked by the hacker, by applying the circuit breaker design pattern will try once, two, three, and then you will not be it will prevent calling this damage instance again. And you can apply another design pattern, the retry design pattern in the future, and also the scheduler agent design pattern in order to retry the connectivity with the damaged instance. Moving forward, the bulkhead design pattern. In bulkhead design pattern, since you are managing large scale solution, and this is one of the strengths of the microservice architecture, you can apply the HPA, the horizontal pods auto scaling. If you are facing failure within one instance of the microservices, and this instance is not responding anymore, the auto scaling can start new bot, can number one, shut down this bot and restart new bot, which you can manage and continue your business. And this is very important feature to increase the integrity of the solution. And meanwhile, since there is unhealthy bots, and the auto scaling model shut down this instance and start new instance, that increase the availability of the solution. So by applying the bulkhead design pattern, you are increasing the integrity and the availability of the solution. And you can, for more details about this design pattern, you can revisit the previous sessions regarding the microservices design patterns. Moving forward, the CQRS, the command query responsibility segregation. You should segregate between the operations that read and the operations that conduct process commands within your backend. And this segregation means you are balancing between the operation types, the query operations and the command operations. Since you are balancing between the different types of operations, you are increasing the performance of the solution, and that can increase the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability of the solution. Moving forward to the cache side, and also one of the additional design patterns that related to the performance is the indexed table. So cache side and indexed table design patterns can increase the availability of the solution, because if the hacker is trying to send enormous number of requests to your backend, and your backend has caching layer and it has indexing layer, so your backend you can rely on the the back end and its applied caching approaches and the performance approaches to respond faster. So this يعني mitigate the risk of the availability if the hacker is trying to attack your backend. And finally, the throttling means you can control the incoming requests that come from the customer, and this throttling can be applied by rate limiting, even by the channel code or by the user. You can give him a specific quota, and since he consumed this quota, you can يعني prevent يعني overwhelming your back end by additional number of requests. And implementing the throttling or the rate limiting can increase the availability of the solution. So يعني we give a nutshell يعني and I believe this is a mindset more than and way of thinking, and you can think about the matrix and how to apply all your practices or even your ideas across the three elements of the CIA triangles. So thinking more about implementing new approaches, you should tackle the CIA, the confidentiality, the integrity, and the availability. So we have finished the session. Thank you for يعني this session. يعني feel free to share any question with me directly. Thank you.